The sky is blue, water is wet, and Chelsea are once again making the most of the summer transfer window. So far, the Blues have made several top-quality additions to Enzo Maresca's side, such as Liam Delap and João Pedro. Moreover, the West Londoners are also hard at work facilitating a number of exits for the likes of Nicholas Jackson, Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, and Christopher Nkunku. Yet, the Conference League champions aren't done there, as they continue to be linked with Alejandro Garnacho, although reports have also touted another international for a move to Stamford Bridge, someone who'd be a far better signing. Chelsea target massive Garnacho upgrade. Chelsea have been linked with Garnacho for some time now, with reports touting the Manchester United ace for a move to West London popping up as far back as the winter window. Mega money deals, controversial moves, and big-name flops. This is the home of transfer news and opinion across Football Fancast. However, the links have become far more concrete in recent weeks, no doubt in part thanks to the falling out between the Argentine and Ruben Amorim at the end of last season. Should the Blues act on their supposed interest in the 21-year-old, reports suggest they need to stump up around £40 million to secure his services, although while he could end up being a smart buy for Maresca and co., they would be wise to sign another Premier League star they appear to be keen on, Morgan Rogers. Yes, according to a recent report from The Athletic, Chelsea are still interested in the Aston Villa star this summer. As things stand, the West Londoners have not acted on this interest, and the report makes no mention of how much the Englishman could cost in the coming weeks. However, according to other stories from earlier this summer, it would seem that an offer of £100 million would be enough to tempt the claret and blue into selling. It would be a complicated and costly transfer to get over the line, but given Rodgers' immense ability and potential, it would be one worth fighting for, especially as he'd be a far better signing than Garnacho. Why Rodgers would be a far better signing than Garnacho? So, before we even get into their actual ability as players, the first big plus in Rodgers' favor is that, so far in his career, he has not caused problems for his team, nor has he fallen out with his manager and become a problem in the dressing room. Unfortunately for Garnacho, as we've mentioned above, the same cannot be said, as not only did he have a rather public falling out with Amorim last season, but the manager even reportedly told him he'd have to pray. Another club came in for him this summer. While there is every chance that Maresca will be able to control the Argentine in West London, it's worth considering if he's shown he's worth the extra effort it might take to keep him on side, especially when the squad seems so harmonious at this point in time. With all of that said, there are some significant non-behavioral reasons the Blues would be better off signing than Villa ace anyway, such as their respective output. For example, in 54 appearances last season, totaling 4,496 minutes, the Claret and Blues free-scoring machine, as dubbed by the Athletic's Jacob, put the ball in the back of the net 14 times and provided 15 assists for good measure. In other words, the Halesowenborg monster was able to maintain a goal involvement every 1.86 games, or every 155.03 minutes, which is made even more impressive when you consider he was also playing in the Champions League against sides like Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, and Juventus. In contrast, the United troublemaker scored 11 goals and provided 10 assists in 58 appearances, totaling 3,568 minutes, which comes out to a less impressive average of a goal involvement every 2.76 games, or every 169.90 minutes. What's important to note here is that 6 of the Madrid-born aces' goal involvements came in the League Cup and 5 came in the Europa League. So not only was he less productive than the Villa Dynamo, but he was less productive in far easier competitions. Ultimately, Garnacho is not a bad player, but however you look at it, Rodgers would be the far better signing for Chelsea this summer, even at a substantially higher price.